Oh, are we live yet? Oh,
Yeah.
why am I that color? Oh, I look Oh,
You look fine.
I look deceased.
Well,
And not in a good way. I look like ghostly.
when is looking deceased a good thing?
That's something that like internet people say. Like Jeffree Star specifically. He even did like a cremated palette and it was like all shades of gray, but it was the beginning of the pandemic and it was overall very poorly received.
Oh, you want to watch those?
Sure, why not?
Get our shad sense. Am I in your way?
No, I want to be closer to you. These chairs are so beefy. Yeah, I just can't get any
That's it.
closer.
Yeah.
Okay. So, hello everybody. Happy hump day to everybody. I hope everybody's having a good Wednesday.
Yep. Me too. Hope you're all having a good Wednesday out there in internet land.
It was threatening to rain here. I mean, it's the weather forecast here is like maybe rain, maybe rain, maybe rain, maybe rain, maybe rain, maybe rain. And so far no rain. So that's good.
But a lot of maybe rain.
Hi, Mary Ellen. How are you? Is Mary Ellen the person who ordered yarn?
No.
No,
Or, well, I mean, maybe.
not who I'm thinking of, though.
Wishing a wonderful Wednesday to one of my favorite couples on YouTube.
Oh, that's
Hope
so
I can
nice.
make it back when you go live. If not, I'll be sure to watch later tonight. Well, thank you.
Hello. I mean, we're live right now. If
We are live right now,
we're
yes.
here to type that, you can make it. Oh, Mary Ellen in Brignito. That's who I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's Little Gray Barn Farm.
Oh, this is little.
No.
Oh, this.
That's Little Gray Barn Farm.
Gotcha.
That's who we got Cookie from.
Gotcha. I knew there was a Mary Ellen I was thinking of.
There is a Mary Ellen. Multiple Mary Ellens, probably. One.
Yeah, Rick, they're saying maybe rain on Saturday, so our favorite farm helper might get the day off for.
The day off.
Hello, Anne. Thanks for coming. If I knit, I would have, but I can't master it. No worries. And I mean, who's got the time, really?
Who has the time?
I have. I used to knit back when I was in I think mostly high school is when I was knitting, and a teeny bit in college. And
You were cool.
I still now have a bag of yarn that I purchased from back then with every intention of knitting.
Is that the one that we said that we would get rid of within a month, but it's been 6?
Because I got rid of, I had a trash bag full and I got rid of most of it. And I just picked out a few of the kind of more expensive, nicer ones that I had bought. I mean bought more
Years
than
ago?
a decade ago. Yeah.
That's a long time.
I know, I just can't let them go. Look for rain overnight, supposedly. Yeah, because I was looking at the weather forecast. The sky is kind of gloomy. Maybe that's why I'm looking kind of gloomy.
I'm sure that is. Usually you don't get that. We're not getting our usual sun.
Yeah, golden hour.
Yeah.
Instead I'm getting damping hour, deading hour. What do they call it?
Damn.
Ghosting hour?
Witching hour?
Witching hour. Thank you.
You're close. In the right vein.
But yeah, the hourly weather forecast said midnight it was going to start. So.
But then we're supposed to get 3/4 of an inch of rain overnight.
Is that a lot?
That is a lot. That's that much.
Well, I mean.
Well, but usually, listen, I know that this much is not a lot for some people, but for others, it's plenty.
Oh no, high winds and fire danger. Ugh, gotta batten down the hatches, would love to have some rain. Good luck.
Yes.
Keep them crossed for you. What a pain. I'll take rain over fire. All day, every day. Hey, Kathy.
Hey, Jim. And Kathy.
How's it going? Hi, Dad. Okay, do we have needles and all? Yes. Oh, me. Yes, I do. Because I think I gave a bunch of knitting needles away too, but I kept 2 sizes. But because I was thinking about how you said you wished, and you said you wished you knew how to knit.
Red Dirt Ranch.
I read Dirt Ranch, and I was thinking that I could offer to teach you if you want. Maybe a Saturday that everybody's up here working. Yeah, just kidding. In Derby, Connecticut, I think 1/2 inch. Yeah.
It's a lot of rain.
Well, if it comes down all at once, but I mean, I don't know.
It's a lot of rain.
Yeah. Very windy here today. Have the fires stayed away from you? I'm just constantly thinking about them and TNS, and I'm like just worrying that the fires are nowhere near them. Hey, Swarmstead. Hi, Bruce. How's it going?
Yeah.
Maybe I could do that. Oh, in the winter. Yeah, I think that would be a good time to do it.
Cozy it up next to your fire,
Yeah, right. Fireplace. Have it roaring.
next to the radiator.
They're not
What's it-
radiators
why-
either. It's forced air. Sit under the vent. Yeah, we haven't gotten a ton of rain for gardens in a minute. Ours, and plus I was looking at John. It's just that you're a giant. There's like built-in catcher's mitts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still very smoky. The wind has helped the smoke go away, though. Oh, I guess that's good.
That is good.
Yeah, getting poured on again. We're gonna get that in a bit.
Hopefully it'll wait.
Oh, I think it's well. I mean, the hourly weather forecast told me it was gonna wait.
They're never wrong.
I know, never in their lives. No. All right, ready to get into it?
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it, man. Oh, so there was an incident, and
There
the
was an
dogs are
incident.
no longer allowed on the roof. So
And we'll just leave it at that.
yeah, you can use your live. Okay,
We're back.
are we back?
Hit refresh.
Next play.
Well, so hopefully we're live again.
Y'all are
And,
buffering.
So you are buffering. Not y'all.
Let me skip the
Yeah,
ads.
skip the ads.
Okay.
Okay, so we're
Back.
back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. So
Our
anyway.
wonderful internet has stopped being so wonderful.
I know we were talking so much good about the internet here, and now for the past 3 weeks it's been like
Up and down.
Anyway, dogs are not allowed on the roof anymore, but everybody's okay. So
Mhm.
yeah, maybe because we'll need to think of a winter place to stream. So in the wintertime, you'll see the dogs acting like lunatics behind us
Yes.
and around us.
Yes.
I'm sure.
I mean, maybe downstairs.
Yeah.
On the table or couch or something.
Yeah. So I saw your email, but I didn't see the photo attached. Maybe I'll look at it now and show everybody.
Maybe.
I saw Sarah reply to it though, so she could see the picture. My dad is a grasshopper whisperer, apparently. Oh, there's the image. Oh, look at that.
Wow, that's a big grasshopper.
I know it is. It's huge. It's kind of gross.
Oh, we could do in the loft. That might be interesting.
Oh yeah, that would be kind of fun.
We would have to have it. We would have to have something up there.
Like plywood. I mean seating.
No,
We should
plywood.
get bean bags up there. Wouldn't that be fun?
Sure. We could do beanbags. But it'd have to be new beanbags, not getting used beanbags.
Yeah. Well, we should get those like love sack ones. You know what I'm talking about? Let you get at the mall.
Yeah,
Really expensive, like bougie bean bags.
bougie beanbags.
Or you know what else? You see the ones on Instagram ads that have those like furry fuzzy covers.
I don't see those.
You don't see those?
I don't.
I mean, we have the same Instagram account, so I don't know why you're not seeing them if I'm seeing them. Not enough
Neither do I.
scrolling.
Clearly. Anywho,
You know what I don't like about this? How that grasshopper has like the little feet that like kind of crab-like. You know what I'm saying? It looks like those feet could like grab
Catherine
you
hates things that can grab.
and things that
So, like
scuttle.
raccoons, that
Oh,
have
yeah.
little
Mm-mm.
paws that can
No,
grab.
yeah.
Except for
Like-
sloths. You like sloths.
But they're like permanently hooked like this. It's not like they can move.
Yeah, I guess they just kind of.
They're
Because
just
they like
hooked
grab
over.
grapes.
But it's more like an elephant. I like
whatever mental gymnastics you need to do for that to make sense.
it's a replay of me being a sloth. I look like a donut.
You are a donut. There you go again.
Okay. Anyway, so if anybody saw our video on Monday, We got peafowl.
We did.
How exciting is that?
It's very exciting.
Cicadas grab. Yeah, don't like that.
It's going to be very hard to not refer to them as peacocks.
Right. I'm eating a donut.
I'm eating a donut.
Or did I call myself a donut?
Yeah.
Oh.
But you also, I thought you said meeting a donut.
No, I said I'm eating.
Meeting a donut.
Love a good donut.
No, you don't.
I like the Chinese food place donuts.
We've gotten Chinese food from this place twice
Yeah.
in the past 3 days.
No, more than that.
4 days?
4 or 5 at least.
Not 5.
I was afraid that she was going to remember me when I went the second time.
You worry about the stupidest things, honestly. You're going to worry about whether the person working at a Chinese food place is going to remember
She calls
you
you
from the other
honey
day.
when you order. What can I get you, honey?
Well, that's nice.
That's it.
It was funny. So, and this is going to be a real big non sequitur. So I used to go to this Chinese food place in West Haven, and it was a whole family business, and the family was from China, except for like their son's wife, who was like from New Haven, but she spoke Chinese. But so like you would talk to her on the phone, and she would be like, "Yeah, what you want?" And then you get to the
What you
counter,
want?
and well, West Haven, and you talk to her, and then she would like turn around and like yell at
spit
the
it in,
people
yeah.
in the back.
Wow.
It was pretty funny.
That's cool. I would love to be super fluent in another language.
Same.
Hey guys, long time no see on your live. Didn't have to MOD tonight. Oh, mod on another channel. Well,
Nice.
thank you for coming. I appreciate you.
Yes. But this Chinese food place that Kat found,
They give you free donuts in with your order. Like, it's just deep fried dough dipped in powder, or not powdered sugar, granulated sugar, like plain white
yeah,
sugar
it's just
probably.
regular sugar.
So it's just like sugary fried dough. Maybe that's why I like it more than like
A regular
a
donut.
regular donut. Yeah. That's not a stupid worry. I always wonder if people at food places I go to regularly recognize me, and then the rest of the comment and judge me for the amount of food that I order. Yeah, that's a concern to me. So I was gonna, Jesse, Colorado Jesse.
Yeah, yeah.
So he and I used to go, when he lived in Bridgeport, we used to go to this Chinese food place together all the time. And one time he went with somebody else, and the Chinese food guy, like behind the counter, was like, "Where's the blonde girl?" And he was there with another girl. Like, and he's just my best friend. There's nothing going on. But like, talk about having your game spoiled.
Yeah,
Like,
seriously.
where's the blonde?
I don't know. I like
You like being known. I
Yeah.
like to be anonymous.
see, but I used to go to this when I worked at this sports shop. There, I used to get lunch from this place every day, the same thing every day, and they would know me.
Yeah, so you walk in and they just start making it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And they were super nice guys. I think it depends on the situation.
It does depend on the situation, because when I used to get milkshakes every day on college campus, I liked that because the guy was
Because the guy was what?
there.
Because the guy was hot, is what she started to
Yeah.
say, and then breathed it out.
Oh, they're probably canned biscuits. I bet that would. I'm not sure that that's what they are, because they don't quite have that vibe. But I bet that would be delicious. Like using canned biscuits to make donuts. That sounds.
But they're shaped like a UFO.
Yeah, they are. Like stick an alien right in
Yeah.
there.
So I don't know what canned biscuit, but that.
Oh no, Red Dirt Ranch said we're here with no power because PG&E shut it off because of all the wind. I hate that for you. But I
Seems
mean,
like PG&E
yeah,
sucks.
I don't think they're going to be doing much longer. They're going to get pretty
Well, they're already bankrupt.
right.
I think. So
Ugh. I mean, I guess it's better that they shut off power than they let their equipment start more fires. But
true.
What a disaster, Dad! When you lived in California, was PG&E your electricity carrier? I don't know if that's like everywhere in California or just certain places. Okay, when you deep fry the biscuits, cut each biscuit into quarters and they puff up and have a different texture. I'm totally gonna do that. I think we still have
Sounds
some
good.
of the fry oil from
Yeah, the short.
when we deep fried turkey.
Yes, we do. And feel free to do that anytime.
Then put them in a bag and shake
Oh yeah,
them.
that'll.
Cinnamon and sugar. Wow, it just got like dark all of a sudden, but it actually like made me look a little bit less ghostly.
Yeah.
So no water because you have a well. When Hurricane Isaias, tropical storm, blew through here, we lost power for 7 days or 8 days.
7 days.
7 days, and same. We were on a well, no water. So we were like bringing buckets of water from a house that I was dog sitting at that had power to water the chickens. What a nightmare that was. I turned into a grouch at the end of it. I was like about to lose it. So I was also like getting yelled at by people over like my tenants.
Right, yeah.
You think I controlled power?
Not Thor.
We had the mountain burn. Yeah, I remember that. So my dad used to live at like the bottom of a hill. I mean, a mountain, but like they called it the foothills.
Mm-hmm.
And you could literally see where it had burned.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the town got evacuated when that was happening.
Scary.
Yeah, super scary. So glad that that's not a thing in Connecticut so much.
Yeah. That'd be no good.
Yeah. Our power is scheduled to turn on this week, though.
This week.
Yeah, like, like good. I'm happy for you, but like that stinks, like big time.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a generator, do you then?
Are you allowed to have a generator?
I don't know. Because I wonder if it's like PG&E's like infrastructure that's the problem, not like the individual homeowner.
Right. Yeah, like their big tower things.
Right. Because if you have a generator, it's not through.
Right. It doesn't go
grid.
to the lines.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess if you lived in California, you'd just want to get a generator, knowing that PG&E was going to shut your power off.
Yeah.
But I thought they did sort of rolling blackouts where they'd just shut you off for a couple hours a day.
Yeah, it's probably different for wind though, because I think that's for like overall power consumption.
Oh yeah, when like too many people are using the AC.
Right. So like when it's super hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a drag.
What a drag is right. Yeah. Power is
It's so necessary.
so necessary.
Like you can't not.
Can't not. Won't not.
Okay. Peafowl.
So we didn't even talk about them. But so where did you get them?
I drove to New Jersey to get them. I found a lady on Facebook who had them. Is that how I found Facebook?
Yep.
Did she advertise them?
I think you were snooping around.
Snooping around. I was doing some Facebook snooping and drove to New Jersey to get them. And actually, so when I got there, she has alpacas also. And I was asking about...
Yeah, we have the non-mainstream livestock. Alpacas and peafowl.
Yeah, so she has alpacas, chickens, and peafowl. And I was like, oh, we've got alpacas too. We've got 18 of them, da-da-da. And I think I can't remember how shearing came up, but she shears herself, her animals, but she also shears for other people. And I was like, oh, would you teach me? And she was like, sure. And I was like, okay, good. Like, I'm going to contact you. So like, don't come for me. Because I was talking about how like, I really kind of want to learn to shear, but I'm afraid to mess up our animals because I don't want to ruin a year's worth of fiber growth by like, whoa, you know?
Gotta learn one way or the other.
Yeah, but I'd rather learn on somebody else's animals. Right?
I don't know. I think it would be worth it.
Yeah. Well, I want to learn. So she was about an hour and a half away, and she has somebody who helps her shear during the week. So she said that I could tag along to like weekend shearing jobs. Make sure you don't skimp out on your shears. A good pair is expensive but worth its weight in gold. Yeah, I've definitely heard that, and I've the one like sheep shearing adventure I went on. He was like showing me his shears and explaining like how to sharpen them and all this stuff. It's just that like sheep are so different than alpacas, like how you shear them and like what you need to do and everything.
Yep.
So I want to learn from someone who like does alpacas and like really gets them.
Let's talk to Ron.
Well, I just feel bad because Ron, like we pay him to shear, so I'll feel like I'm taking money out of his pocket.
Yeah, but he's old. He's gonna retire at some point.
I don't know. It makes me feel.
But I think the other thing is, you know, if you go and help him, you know, just tell them not to pay you.
Oh yeah, well I wouldn't. No matter who's teaching me, they're not going to pay me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So like you get a free assistant.
Yeah. Though I doubt he pays his daughter. Do you think?
Yeah.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
People don't do stuff for free.
Kathy says, had anyone completed a knitting project with your alpaca yarn? Not as far as we know, but everybody who ordered, I asked them to show us what they finish and when they finish it. So hopefully.
Oh, the lady who came to visit said that she was going to knit you a hat, I think.
Knit me a hat?
Yeah.
That would be so nice.
Yeah.
I would love to have a hat. And my mom also said she was going to knit me a hat, so.
Ooh, it's interesting that you mentioned your mom because she seems to be absent
I know.
on this live.
Where is she?
Where is she?
Sheep are good practice animals, though. Get the feeling for shearing. I can see how that would be, but I feel like
there she is.
Hey, we were just talking about you. Sheep have that lanolin stuff, which alpacas don't. You're live. Are we back? Hello. Buffering. Yeah, we're having internet problems.
Well, as not usual.
As our new usual.
Our usual. The new normal.
The new norm. Are we still buffering? Oh no.
No, we're good.
God, look at the video quality. Oh, it's awful.
Well, it's like that all the time.
So we just switched over to phone data, so hopefully that'll be better. Though, how are we going to use up all your data if we go live for 40 more minutes?
Yep.
Do you not want to do that?
Not really, but I don't know that we have a choice. Unless we want to cut it short, but like
Well, that video quality looks worse than it looked.
that's how it looked.
Is it?
Yeah, it got better, but
Okay, well, I guess it's not. I just look awful.
well, yeah, it looks terrible.
Yeah.
But I don't know well that looks even worse.
I think you should go back to the Wi-Fi. We might buffer again for another second.
Does anyone have any solutions for slow upload speed? Quality will clear up when it uploads after the live is over.
I
We'll
think
see
it
about
does that sometimes, but I've rewatched some of our lives, and I'm like, God, it looks awful. Although it looks better right now, so hopefully
I wonder if on my computer it would look better because this phone
has a bad
stinks.
camera anyway.
Yeah,
But I mean, that's okay. I think that's like a tolerable level of quality.
I don't like it.
No?
I think it looks fine there.
Yeah, it
but
looks fine there.
Right there, it looks terrible.
Should we stream from Fairfield every week?
Stream from somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get right on that. Ian.
I know. Is that how that works? We just put them
Just
right
put 'em
in.
up. Yeah.
Uh,
Get a Wi-Fi generator.
Is that a thing? I don't know. It could be a thing. Is it not a thing? It sounds like it will be a thing eventually. Elon Musk, can you get on that? He watches our
Well, maybe-
streams, right?
Maybe we need the satellite Wi-Fi.
Starlink.
Anywho, what's next?
Okay, so peafowl, alpaca shearing, selling some of the Polish. So we have,
Throwing my pen on the floor.
sorry, we do have a Wi-Fi booster, but I don't know if that makes the internet like better or if it just makes it further.
We have the network up here is not fully fiber optic, so it does use some DSL, which makes our upload speed very slow.
Digitally slower line.
That's not what DSL stands for.
What does it stand for?
There's a lot of things that DSL stands for, but
And it's not digitally slower line.
anywho, so it's not fully fiber optic, so our upload speed is not super fast. And yeah, usually for the first like 4 months we were here, the download speed was fine. And no interruptions, everything ran smooth, but now like recently it's been really bad.
Yeah,
Well, maybe we can actually call, maybe I'll call Frontier
Frontier.
tomorrow
tell them.
because we actually are on the account. Do something about it.
We'll see. It's Frontier. Well, yeah, we're on Frontier here because we had Optimum at our last place and it was the actual devil. Okay, chickens. So I drew I drew a little diagram of our finalized chicken village setup. So this is the chicken village that's already here, and this is Norman and the egg layer runs. Right now, the peafowl are here. So next project on the list are these 6 coops, and then we're gonna have a standalone coop here, and a second coop up here. So that's the plan for chickens.
So for anybody who's counting, that's 17 total coops.
17?
Yeah, because it's 16. So 6, 12, 14, 16, 17.
Wow. That is a lot of chicken coops. Yeah.
I was wondering if we wanted to maybe alter some of our plans, because that's so many.
Were you?
I was.
So is this not our finished finalized
No, I was
list?
just wondering. Maybe we can get the...
Hi, Rebel Canners. No worries.
So dark.
I know it's getting dark. But you know what else? It's fall vibes are coming, so it's going to start getting darker sooner anyway.
Yeah, it's true. I think it's mainly the clouds, but yeah. Anywho,
Okay, so our current plan for filling all those coops. So obviously this is just egg layers, so anybody who wants to go in here can go in here. And then these big side coops, I think one is going to be a bachelor pad and one a love nest,
sure.
right? So if we want to do some like weird experimenting with
Not weird experimenting, but if we wanted to take an I Am Samani rooster and
And
put him
mix
with
it
a
with, like-
silky.
or a barred rock or whatever,
Right.
our own custom,
What do we call it? The, not so much a, yeah. What was the other word? Honeymoon suite.
honeymoon suite. So in case we want to do any blending.
Right.
So,
Which I think we do.
right, definitely do. So those are those. So
Those are those.
what, rooster roost? Yeah, exactly. And then in these 6, we're going to do, so we have kind of some normals. We have Barred Rocks, Rhode Island Reds, Buff Orpingtons, Black Americanas. Then we have the Appenzeller Spitzhauben.
Good job.
Thanks.
Said it perfectly.
Silked white Easter eggers, Morans. We have one silky pen that will be blue, black, and splash. One white silky pen, one buff silky pen, and then the silked white Easter eggers. And then Polish we've narrowed down to, oh, thanks, Bomber Steve. Polish we've narrowed down to the buff, the black with white crest.
So that's buff lace Polish. That's white crested black Polish,
Right. And the Crevicors.
which aren't Polish, but
But they're all
they
black.
have the top hats.
And so the females have nice rounded poofs, and the guys have like, yeah, they look like,
They look like
They're so
Dragon
cool.
Ball Z.
yeah. They're like very anime. It's super cool. And then I am Smanis. And then, so that's all of these, plus one of these.
No,
Who know what?
no,
No?
no.
I'm wrong?
No, you're fine.
What are you saying no to?
That comment from
Can I send you some of my silky eggs for you to hatch? Yes, you can.
No, you cannot.
We would absolutely love that.
No, we would not.
I want to see what my white silky and my well summer rue combined makes. Would be happy to. Are your silkies are bantam? Your well summer? Would you stop? Your well summer isn't too big for them. I want cochins next year, but I need another coop. Well, I believe. We're gonna still be brooding into October. What's the big deal if we hatch a few more chickens?
It's another coop.
We put them in the egg layers.
Put you in the egg layers.
I'm gonna move into Norman's flock.
Good.
So I was in there. I cleaned all the coops today, this afternoon when I got done with working, and I've been doing the chicken chores in the morning to give John a break because I was dog sitting for the past like 2.5 weeks. So John was doing all the farm chores by himself. So I was down doing and when I do them in the morning, I wasn't even checking Norman's coop because nobody in there has been laying like the whole time we've had them. So I wasn't even checking, but today while I was in there cleaning out, I think we had 6 eggs in there, which was very exciting.
Very exciting.
Like, woo! So John doesn't sound thrilled. Like, when does John ever sound thrilled about anything? His tractor.
Great if I could use it.
You,
Catherine, you need to slow down.
well, honestly, what's a few more?
It's a lot. I was gonna impose a rule like no new animals.
I mean, technically speaking, I did sign that thing that said no more hatchy hatchy until the Polish start laying.
But what?
For our friend Chloe? Okay, and no, Rue isn't too big for them, but I do need to jacket his favorite early next spring because her feathers end up breaking. Those like hen aprons. Okay. No butts. No more animals. And hello from British Columbia.
Hello.
got a lot of rules from family members up here.
Oh, interesting.
What?
Chloe makes the aprons.
Oh, you do? That's cool. I don't know. We've been pretty lucky. Well, and Norman is such a gentleman, and anyone who's not a gentleman, we're just like, oh, we don't need you. We've got Norman. So we've never had too much call for those aprons, but I know for sure people do.
Well, I think like the silk white Easter egg or roosters are not very nice.
Did you see the comment we got on Instagram about this? They said that the silked white, because let me just read what they said so I
I was
don't
gonna say, is there a
miss-
sentence coming?
Yeah, just give me a second.
Seamstress by trade, alpaca farmer because I can't afford my own farmer. Nice.
That's funny.
It is funny.
Okay. Peachy Keen Doxy said, I read somewhere that those with a straight comb are less likely to carry the blue egg gene. Even if that's not like 100% true and right, I don't really think we need both of those roosters with only 4 hens.
Yeah.
So I was sort of thinking like when that person comes on Saturday to pick up the spotty
Thought
rooster,
it was Friday.
whichever day. I was thinking we could tell her like, oh, and if you want one of these, take.
Take.
Yeah, anybody.
Sonora. Take your silk white egg or rooster.
Yeah, I mean anybody who wants a rooster, we have
Plenty of roosters.
plenty of roosters. Okay, so to get, I mean, and this is a
What happened?
this is a pared down list of chickens. We, in the past 2 days, have sold all of our mottled Houdans, and by all I mean we only had 2 left.
Breeding pair.
Yeah, so we sold them as a breeding pair, and then we sold our silver
Lace Polish, yeah.
Polish, and they're still here, but all of our golden laced Polish are sold too now. So everybody who's saying we have too many chickens and I need to calm down,
You are correct.
I've sold
but
3 whole varieties of chickens. Okay, I miss that. Oh, so Bramble Hill Homestead said our chickens don't need aprons, they need helmets.
yeah.
Yeah. That's what the silked white Easter eggers do. They like grab the back of the head. It's like it gives me the yucks.
Yeah. Nature.
Yeah.
But like you said, so like Norman is our big frizzle rooster who is the nicest rooster we've ever come across.
And he's so like quiet and gentle and polite, but also like attentive.
Yeah.
Like anytime there's a fluff going on, he like
Fluff.
goes over and breaks it up or investigates. And he's never given either one of us any attitude.
No, never.
And like we can touch him. And he has these like huge spurs, so like he could probably mess somebody up. But never.
Never even a thought.
No.
Yeah.
I love him.
I know.
He's the best.
We're trying to also find a Norman successor because
Right.
he is a little old, and at some point he
Must be like 4 or 5 now.
probably he's gonna be shooting blanks at some point.
Yeah. And not that, I mean,
He can stay. He will stay with us for as
For-
long for his entire life.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't need to go anywhere else. But eventually, we're gonna want someone to
Yeah.
carry on the Norman name.
So all those Frizzle chicks that are in with him now, I would any Frizzle rooster, I think we should try to keep.
Sure.
But I think we should get rid of the Frizzle hens because we don't want to end up with any accidental
Frazzles,
frazzles.
Yep.
We're back.
We are back. For my well summer man, I wouldn't replace him for the world. He's not friendly, but he's just very stately and just classic rooster look. Such a good flock guard. Yeah, so if our birds free range, Norman would be an excellent flock guard.
For sure. He really watches things, but he's not like overbearing because I've seen roosters be like really
aggressive and nasty.
Yeah.
Well, I remember there was a farm that I farm sat for, and they had a rooster where you could not be in there with him. He would just straight up attack you nonstop. And so like in the morning you would go and I would have to like give him the water, give him the food, and then let him out and then run for the door because he would just go after you. And he would like fly up and try to get you in the face and everything.
That's so disrespectful.
Nasty.
And I mean, I get why that farm kept that rooster.
Right.
But
because you know the farm.
Yeah. But that would not fly here.
Tired pork.
I watched
I really got you with that one, huh?
I saw an Instagram reel the other day that it was somebody, they open their coop and the rooster comes shooting out of it and they literally open it like braced to run and they like run to the other side of their yard and this little rooster, it's like a little fluffy one too. It's like it's so funny. And it was like 10 clips strung together of like her swinging it open and then taking off running. It was so funny. It had me roaring laughing. Okay, now we have Bramble Hill Homestead said, now we have 2 awesome roosters. No clue what breed they are. They came to me as gifts a couple years ago, but they're huge and very gentle, good protectors and friendly. Yeah, we don't know what breed Norman is, and I mean, I think he's just a mixed breed, but I would kill to be able to like have an exact duplicate replacement of him.
Yeah. He's a good dude. I think he's a light Brahma mix.
Is he?
Yeah.
Should we get some Brahmas?
No.
I love the Kyle the Rooster videos. Do you know what I'm talking about? No, I don't, but I will. Oh, I lost my pen.
You did. You lost your pen.
My pen privileges. I will write it down and I will look because I love a good funny rooster video.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's good. I guess I should get that because I had our list. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Watch Kyle the Rooster totally lose it when it's time to eat. It's a 30-second clip. Should I just hold it up and let everybody watch it?
If you think that would go well.
This is on Mashable, though. What is Mashable?
Bertie Sanders.
Okay, we're all going to watch it together.
Are we?
Yep.
This is meta. It's yelling. So you're supposed to have.
Oh, I need to have sound on.
Yeah, doesn't look.
Oh, shoot. No. Roosters like that can't live here. But he's handsome. He's good looking, but can't deal with that attitude.
The Bomber Steve said, I think you need to add geese, turkeys, runner ducks, quail, a few more species of chickens.
No.
Highland cattle. I mean, what's a few more animals, right? So, turkeys, yes. Ducks, no. Quail, probably not. Geese, no. And Highland cattle, yes.
Geese?
I said geese, no.
Oh, turkeys?
Turkeys.
What are you going to do with turkeys?
Why don't you not worry about it?
But is your plan to sell hatching eggs, or are you going to eat them?
My plan is to have turkeys.
So like just 3 or 4 that just like grace us with their presence?
We have 3 dogs that contribute nothing to society. Nothing. We have one dog that has significantly made our lives worse.
Listen, if all you had said was, yes, just 3 or 4 to grace us with their presence.
3 or 4. I saw a video once of a guy who was sitting on a basketball court and he went like this and his pet turkey came to him and snuggled him. And I was like, I want a turkey.
Okay.
And also the Highland cattle and a mini donkey.
Mom, can you record this screen? Oh, it's already being recorded because we're streaming. Oh, hey, Mulberry Branch. Lurking and milking. Way to go.
Lilking. Merking. What?
Turkeys are so dumb, though.
Dumb
we
animals?
like.
I am all about
Yeah.
the dumb animals. Give me all of the dumb animals and I'm fine with it.
Yeah. And we've long been proponents of smart is trouble.
Smart is trouble.
And now we know for sure because Pebbles is absolutely simultaneously the smartest and dumbest dog we've ever had.
She's too smart for her own good.
Yeah, too smart but also too stupid.
Yeah.
She's very book smart, not street smart at all.
Yeah.
Alpacas are the biggest animal I will get. No cows at Little Paw Farm here. But alpacas are plenty big. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm on board if you want just like 1 or 2 Highland cattle.
Yeah, the Highland cattle are
Way down the road
Way
because
down
we
the
need
road.
a big pasture
Yes.
for them.
way down the road.
Yeah.
But those we could, like, potentially.
I don't want to be like milking cows.
Okay.
I don't want to milk anything really.
Okay.
Okay. You want a boy cow or a girl cow?
We'll see.
Okay. No, John has ended the discussion of cow time.
No, because I don't know. I look at the baby cows and it just kills me.
Yeah.
So. But anyway, mini donkeys. Right.
Although I like the full-size donkey too.
I like the full-size donkey less.
Yeah.
It was big,
Yeah, that donkey. I did some donkey sitting, which was fun.
which was like farm sitting, not like sitting on top of a donkey.
Yeah.
We say that like people know. People might not know. Donkey sitting.
Well, it's babysitting, but for a donkey.
What's next? Besides giving your mom a heart attack.
Fill options and what we should do. Okay,
Is
so
that really what's next?
yes, that's the only thing that's left on our list.
So taking a left turn into soil.
Soil land. So that down there, I had planted some seeds and nothing really grew. And I also planted some plants into the ground and they sort of went, "Mm."
Well, let's go through. So there were trees down there. There are no longer trees. There were stumps down there. There are no longer stumps. So my thought is that the stump guy basically, had to dig giant holes to pull up these stumps. And so we ended up with not topsoil back there. And so there's very few, if at all, nutrients. So stuff doesn't grow. So the other thing is we have this one giant rock that's like right in the middle. But anyway, it's also very bumpy. And there's a lot of holes,
And roots,
roots.
rocks.
So we need to get above where it is right now. But we don't want to add a whole bunch of rocks, in case someday we want that to be tillable soil.
Which we almost definitely do, right?
Do we? We got to well, I guess we can leave the rock in there, but we got to fill it with fill. And so doing a lot of research. It's also a giant space.
Yeah.
I think
It's almost an acre.
yeah, which we should, I keep saying it, but we should go down and actually
Measure.
measure. And yeah, I mean, we do have plenty of alpaca fill that we've been using to actually fill in a hole from the stump that I pulled out. But this is on a much bigger scale. So it's probably
Yeah.
like 30,000 square feet. And so if we wanted to do that, we would need a lot. And so it's just super expensive. So you have fill, which is just like when people build houses and they dig out foundations, they go in with huge equipment and they dig a hole. All that stuff that they get is fill. And fill has rocks and all types of stuff in there. And so that's basically like the cheapest aggregate that you can get.
Sometimes even free.
Sometimes even free. But then you have rocks and stuff in there, so you never know what you're really going to get. And then there's screened fill, which is, fill that they take and they run it through a big giant screening machine that like vibrates and screens out all the rocks, usually like 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch. So, you may end up with some pebbles or whatever.
But that doesn't matter.
That's fine. And so I found a place where it's $18 a yard, and they have triaxle dump trucks that can fit 18 yards. So it's like $360 or something like that. But then the delivery fee is like $150. So it ends up being like $540 per truckload.
And how many trucks do you think we would need?
Well, again, it depends on the overall area, but I think the estimate was like 300 yards. So that's like 20 trucks, or a little bit less than 20 trucks.
Ugh.
Yeah.
What's 20 times 150?
Well, it's 20 times 540. Yeah. So it's like over $10,000. Yep. So that's a thing. I mean, the other thing we could do is get non-screened fill and just build our own DIY screener. But even still, it's we're just gonna get it anyway. So there's also this guy that I found on Facebook Marketplace who allegedly supplies a lot of the landscaping places up, north, and he's selling screened topsoil for the same price. So we could also use that in place of fill and just do our compost rows there. I mean, the other thing that we could do is, so our original thought was like, well, we'll just get wood chips and just like fill it in back there and do whatever. And I wonder if we do the wood chips and then just do the compost on top in rows, right? And then we could do additional wood chips for the pathways. And then eventually,
I think we would have to do wood chips and like a little bit of topsoil.
And then compost? Someone said trommel. What's a trommel?
I don't know. Where's that?
You should build a trommel.
Build a trommel. They are super easy, and I built one for poop sifting. You can use that for sorting it yourself. That's interesting. A poop sifting machine, because I was actually thinking about posting in the Newtown Gardeners.
People wanted that.
If people wanted some poop, because I don't want us to build up like a huge amount of poop here.
Well, that's what it would work the same way, the soil screener that I was talking about building for poop, where you just make it, so I think like hardware cloth.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we would get all of the beans without the wood chips.
Kathy said section at a time to get started. That's what, because we, on one side of the path, there's a path, it's probably like 3/4 of the way up to the house, and then there's a section, and I think that's where we're going to put our blueberries at first, because that's like one of the only things, one of a few things that we're going to dig up from our old place and bring here. So like that's going to be done first, right?
Right, yeah, we don't need to do
the whole thing right now.
Right.
The only thing that's hard to decide though is if we like start in the way back, so that way it's easier for a truck to like not run over things.
Yeah.
But then we're gonna be like walking past and watering past like a weedy, disgusting mess.
Yep. Well, I mean, we could just leave a section open, and we can just make it big enough so that the tractor can get through there, and just have them dump right here.
Yeah, it's just funny how much harder it's been to get like a gardening situation set up than like we've moved 18 alpacas here and 100 chickens and like.
Well, it's just expensive.
Yeah, right. It's less expensive to fence in a pasture and build a barn than it is to grow a freaking blueberry.
Well,
isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's all, if we put.
We back?
think so. A 1/4 inch hardware cloth and 2.
I used bike tires and a frame and some casters.
I was actually thinking about making it so that I could put it in the Wonky Wheel Express, so that way we can sift right into there.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And then we can just bring that
like
wherever
put
we need
put
it.
the hardware cloth over top of the wonky wheel, and then you dump.
It would have its own separate frame so that we could still use that when we need it. And,
okay.
and you want to put it on an angle so it's up like this, so that
Like
you
how
dump.
Coinstar does.
Right, so you dump stuff on top of here, the rocks can all fall down, and whatever we have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so if we're doing stuff, because like right over here where we're going to put the blueberries, I want to have a sifter because there's some giant rocks in there, and it would just be nice to be able to dig them up and roll them on that thing and have some soil to just do some backfilling that's not full of rocks.
Hi, How to Garden.
But so, yeah, I think the same thing would work.
Mine lives in my goat house, and I'm building a second one that mounts to my wall in the alpaca barn.
Oh yeah, we could also do a small one that maybe even fits on the gorilla cart.
That's a good idea. Yeah, because then we could
We
leave.
just do it as we're dumping it in the cart.
I guess the only problem is where we're poop scooping with wood chips on the bottom. Would the wood chips fall down with the poop? Maybe.
No.
But no, not at all.
No, they're way bigger than the poop.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, the hay definitely wouldn't.
No.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
This has been a very productive live.
It has been.
This
And
is
I'm
the
in
hive
dark.
mind. Yeah, I know it's getting really dark. I look sort of glowy now, though. I went from looking dead to very alive, or further ghostly. Hive mind, though.
Hive mind.
It's a good brainstorming session, like the time we talked about outhouses and poop for the entire live.
That was only for like 20, 25
That
minutes.
was a long stretch of talking
Long
about
time
poop.
talking about poop.
Yeah,
But a lot of our lives is poop.
that's true.
So
You want to wrap it a few minutes early?
well, I guess so. I have a quandary. This is completely unrelated to anything we've talked about so far. But so there was so I have an ad up on Facebook Marketplace for like custom coop builds, and there was this woman who contacted me who was interested in a fence around her coop because one morning she found a bear had opened her coop and was halfway through one of her chickens. So we're talking about building a fence for her, and now she wants it to both be aesthetically pleasing and effective. So my thought is we could have a 4-foot tall wood fence with 3 rails, and then an electric wire or several on top, thinking that if a bear wants to get through there, and I mean the overall thought is like if a bear really wants to get into this coop, it's gonna get into the coop one way or the other. But this way, at least like he'll try to maybe climb over it and then hit the hot wire and then back off. And I have heard, although I'm not a huge fan of it, of people like baiting the electric fence, because apparently this bear does like cross through their yard all the time. And so if that is like a set path for him, like maybe that would be something good to do to just make sure that bear knows like, okay, don't go anywhere near here. But I don't know if anybody has any ideas
Hey, Sweet Pea Farm.
about that. That would be good.
Yeah, I don't know how many bears. Oh, Joanne Carlton, thank you. I don't know how many bears
People deal with.
deal with, because we saw one here, but I've literally never. When I say we, John saw. I've never seen a bear.
Yeah, that was the first time I've ever seen a bear in the wild. But yeah.
And why wouldn't you just build basically what is our electric fence around her?
Because she has kids, and it's right in her backyard.
Yeah.
So, yeah, big boulder, yeah. Do they have to deal with the carnivorous drop bears here? That's some kind of Australian.
Sounds like an Australian
Yeah.
specialty. Never had to deal with bears, so I would have no idea how to handle that. I would just use it for honey market research.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what to do, but I mean, I think that's probably the best bet between, some modicum of effectiveness plus
And keeping her kids safe.
keeping her kids safe and being aesthetically pleasing. Because I think if you paint this fence black, it'll look nice.
And you're gonna fence in her coop and her run. Does she have
Yeah.
a run?
So she's got one of those it's like an omelet coop where it's like a plastic dome thing.
Mhm.
And yes, it has a long run on it. So basically, we're doing like belt and suspenders. So like we're gonna have a big wooden fence that surrounds her whole setup. So they're all contained in there. It's not to contain the chickens, just to keep that.
And then where the gate, you would then have like the electric panel handle things.
Yeah, so it would basically be, if you're facing the gate, we would put the switch on the inside of the fence that you could slip your hand between the rails and turn off. And then the gate would go from the bottom of the rails to above the wire. So you'd have the wire coming in and it would attach to the gate. And then you'd have one of those rubber gate handles connecting it up there. And so once you flip the switch, you can undo that. And then the whole gate would move.
Okay.
And I think that's sort of how Goldshaw Farm has his thing set up.
Is it?
Yeah, except his wire, I think, is completely separate. This would be on the gate, so you would undo that handle and then you can move the whole gate.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see.
Hey, Money Pit. Only thing you can do is try, and if it doesn't work, you learned what doesn't work and you can adjust. Yeah.
Problem is,
Wow,
it's for somebody else.
You
Yeah.
are so dark right now. We can barely see John. Yeah. Here.
Share some of your life.
Come be
Yeah.
in my glow.
There we go.
I don't have bears here, but in Florida, the black bear population is growing and will eventually expand this way.
Yeah. So it's also tough because it's not our property.
Right.
So like I would feel better about experimenting with us.
And the other thing is, I guess you're not like guaranteeing that you're gonna keep bears out,
No.
but I wouldn't want to like be hired to do something to help with the bear problem and then have her kids watch another chicken get eaten by a bear. Because I don't know if bears are
Right.
like raccoons and hawks or whatever, that once they figure out where your chickens live.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And they're omnivores too, which I guess raccoons are also. So they're not like strictly carnivores, but like,
Hey, 13 Moons Homestead, how are you?
like I don't remember hearing about, bears and chickens being a real problem.
Yeah.
But the only thing that I have heard is that when bears want to get into a coop, they're gonna get in. Because they're big and strong, and like if they want to rip down this fence, they're going to. And I mean, honestly, like as fortified as Eileen's one is, like if a bear was real, like around her bees, like if a bear was really amped to get some honey, it would probably be able to get through.
Right.
13
Moons, have you done anything with the yarn? I'm dying to see somebody do something. And she said she was gonna dye she bought a couple shades of white. And she said she was gonna dye some of it. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But I also I want to see a finished product of something that somebody made, and I want to flip out about it on Instagram. That's my end goal here.
Yeah.
There is significant overlap between the dumbest humans and the smartest bears.
Dangerous.
When you get a chance, send me a photo of the rock. I will. It's not gonna look that, because it's probably only sticks up like a foot out of the ground, right?
I mean, if you want to give me a day, I'll take the backhoe and see if I can dig around it and get it to sink deeper. I mean, that was something that Mike only spent, not that much time doing.
Right.
So I could take, if
it's like an iceberg where 90% of it is underground. So I hear you with making it a feature and have it be Plymouth Rock or painting it or something, but
Yeah.
it just looks sort of like a big rock and
Right.
it's not very impressive.
right.
Dye pots, that sounds like fun. Okay, so it's 8:00. It's
So we're gonna call it.
our scheduled bedtime. Mulberry Branch goes live right now, so I'm gonna go over there and hang with them while I
Are you?
edit our next video.
Okay, you are gonna. Good.
Yes.
Excellent.
Our Friday video is going to be really funny.
It is.
Look forward
It's
to
gonna be
Friday's
excellent,
video.
yes.
I'm excited about it.
I am too. You better do a good job.
I'm going to do my best.
Okay.
Okay, so everybody, thank you so much for coming. Thanks for being in the Brain Trust with us.
Hive mind.
Hive Mind, we appreciate. Have a good rest of your Wednesday.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye. Have a good night. Team more chickens.
No.